And more breaking news coming in. Suspension of 7 BJP MLAs, including Leader of Opposition Suvendu Adhikari and Chief Whip Manoj Tigga from West Bengal Legislative Assembly, withdrawn by the Assembly Speaker. Tamal is joining us for more details. Tamal, if you can give us a background in the latest developments here.
Well, in the month of March, during the budget session on the very first day, we have seen ugly showdown between Trinamool Congress MLAs and BJP MLAs, where Trinamool Congress MLAs and the Assembly Speaker had accused BJP MLAs of resorting to absolute unruly behavior, attacking each other, and creating a scene which is not conducive of the Assembly and not supported by the protocols. So later than that, we have seen as 7 BJP MLAs in Leader of Opposition and the Chief Whip, Suvendu and Manoj Tigga, were suspended by the Assembly Speaker. When the suspension was issued, it was issued for the entire session. Now, a session, unless gets prorogued, this suspension would have continued, which means the current monsoon session, which means the winter session, which will happen later this year. For all those sessions, these 7 MLAs of BJP, including Suvendu and Manoj Tigga, where they stood suspended. However, we have seen during the monsoon session from the very beginning, there had been protests on part of BJP. BJP had even moved to the court, Calcutta High Court, against the suspension, and they also submitted a deputation to the Assembly Speaker. The Speaker had said, if we follow the protocol and the approach came, then he might consider, but unless that happens, he will not withdraw his suspension. Now it's evident that the approach was made by BJP MLAs, and thus the suspension has now been withdrawn. Tomorrow the Assembly session is there, and we're expecting all the BJP MLAs, including the 7 MLAs on who the suspension have been now withdrawn, will be joining the House. We have to now wait and see how the Assembly session runs. Suvendu, Manoj Tigga and other suspended BJP MLAs had called it absolute brazen high-handedness on part of Trinamool Congress and the Assembly Speaker in not letting the Chief Whip and the Leader of Opposition be present during the important passage of bills. For example, we have seen as how the amendment bill in the Education Department has been passed by the Assembly. Even the Trinamool Congress had absolute majority and not really dependent on BJP MLAs for any kind of a support for passage of the law. But Suvendu had alleged that it was unconstitutional, that the Leader of Opposition was not allowed to be there inside the House because he was suspended during the passage of the bill, which basically made the Chief Minister the Chancellor of all states, replacing the Governor. So tomorrow onwards, it seems like all the BJP MLAs, including the 7 MLAs who were suspended so far, will be attending the House. But later to that, how situation transpires and how the House conducts itself, we have to wait and see. But at the moment, yes, the Assembly Speaker has withdrawn the suspension over these 7 BJP MLAs.
All right, Tamal. Thank you so much for getting us all of those details.